Hello, and once again, this is Anthony Woods again here with Financial Statement Software, and we left off at part 2 of where we enter information in for the retained earnings statement to calculate the retained earnings for the year in October 31st. What we do here is we will press this button here to be transferred to the balance sheet. Now notice the retained earnings amount here, $2,360. Once we click on this button, it will transfer this amount to the balance sheet. Okay, and as you can see, let's just adjust this a little bit. Balance sheet displays, and on the balance sheet you have your assets. You know, the things that you own, things that monies. It could be monies, office equipment, personal items, company items, that is, physical items such as office items and things, anything that you purchased, any type of all those things are worth monetary values, for instance. Then you have your liabilities and stockholders' equity, and these are your notes payable, notes you have to pay out, accounts payable, interest payable, interest you have to pay on something. These are liabilities that you incur, things that you owe various entities, companies, bills, what have you. Then you would get a total of these liabilities right here on this line once they're calculated. You have common stock that was issued, and here is the retained earnings amount that was transferred from the retained earnings statement. Please make a note of that. It's very important. You have stockholders' equity amount, and once these are calculated, you will see what the total liabilities and stockholder equities come to based on these values that are calculated once we click on the calculate button. Let's now enter some values here for cash. Let's enter $15,200. Let's enter $200 for accounts payable. Advertising supplies. Let's enter $1,000. Let's enter $550 for prepaid insurance that we own. $4,960 for office equipment that we purchased. That's what we own. Okay, let's tab down or click down to notes payable. Our liabilities, we have notes payables. We owe liabilities of certain notes of total of $5,000 for that. Accounts payable, $2,500. Let's see, interest payable, $50. Unearned revenue, $800. $1,200 for salaries payable. We issued $10,000 of common stock to new stockholders. Okay, we have let's see, total stockholders equity of $12,360. Okay, hit the enter key. Okay, we can look at these amounts now and see how they are adjusted, and the formatting of the dollar amounts with cents, decimal points of 0 cents, that is. Nice and neat. And just want to look at that and make sure everything's fine. If it's not, we can click the clear button and re-enter these values in properly, and once again hit the enter key. All whole numbers, no decimals. Now let's calculate these values by simply clicking on the calculate button. Okay, as you can see, our total assets comes to $21,910. Total liabilities, $9,500. $9,550. I'm sorry. You see the retained earnings value came over from the retained earnings statement. It added that on to for the stockholders' equity, and it came to amount of $12,360. That's what these two values are here when they're added together. Okay, now you add the total liabilities and the total stockholders' equity, and you come to a value of $21,910, which should be the same as total assets. They should be equal. This concludes this third video of financial statement software on the balance sheet. Thank you.